If you give birth to a new baby and a problem that had been on track with you the whole time all of a sudden intensifies, what would you call that? I'm being serious right here, because this issue wasn't even related to this newborn son. How come it intensified? The situation I'm referring to here is the paranormal. I do have a theory, which I will share with no holds barred. Yeah, no one in this town is going to stop me from telling you the truth, my truth. The truth from my perspective is that the paranormal right here is connected to a previous owner of the same property, or maybe the land itself. Some married couples couldn't have a biological son, and neither did they adopt one, so the relationship between the two ended in a horrible incident due to that conflict, which reflected later on the most recent owners. Now, to clear things up, this whole subject I'm babbling about is the context of the story, at least for the first part, where I talked about having to deal with the paranormal and then it intensifying after the arrival of the newborn. Kelsey, who has documented the medical journey of her son in her account for a long time, explained how she's been dealing with poltergeist activity in her house, which took a curve upward after she gave birth to her son. In the video, the son was going to school when his toy moved on its own right in front of him, which led him to tell his mother. Both of them rushed outside after the activity repeated itself. I didn't mention how there was literally some silhouette floating across the screen, but yeah, that was more terrifying to me than the car moving on its own. I think it would be better, Kelsey, to move out, especially since your son has had a medical journey. These ghosts don't play. A girl and her brother were baffled when they found multiple police cars pulling up over in their backyard. Dianasooty and her brother didn't know what was happening, as they hadn't done anything wrong, but the police were there for the trailer they had in the backyard, which belonged to their father, who had it rented out to some guy. So, I know what you have in mind, since when do trailers get rented out? And what's so illegal about renting out the trailer anyways? Well, there is nothing illegal about that, but the reason the police showed up is because the tenant hasn't shown up in a week, so there were concerns regarding his disappearance, and what they found is exactly what they feared. The man has already passed away and was found in there. Diana recorded the whole thing as she was surprised by the event. But what she didn't know is that she captured something far worse than she could have imagined, and the viewers had to point it out. A figure the size of a kid was standing right there with the police, who later vanished into thin air. It had no seemingly apparent features, but why was the apparition of a child ghost, not a manly-sized one? After the video, Diana and her father went to investigate the trailer, and before she could put a foot inside, a crow fell out of nowhere. He was out of life, and the way he fell seemed like it was a message. Inside the trailer itself, they found one thing that could be the indicator of why she captured that creepy apparition of a child shadow figure: a paper on the fridge with handprints that does appear to have been painted by a kid. The father answered when asked if the tenant had a child, and he said he did, but that was a while ago.
I'm right there. Wait, they're going up to Tom's place. So wait, you said the light wasn't off?
Yeah, exactly. And I knew that something was going on. That's a lot of cops.
Holy, what the
Window.
Oh my god, they're calling.
They're coming out.
Are they calling something in? They're going back over. What was Tom doing?
Is there like an app you can check or something to figure out?
Oh my Jesus. Okay, so we just got here to the trailer. We're gonna go inside soon, but basically, my dad owns this trailer, and he rented it out to a gentleman. And unfortunately, that guy died about a week ago. And it's been a week, and we need to clean it out. So
I don't know what the deal with the situation was here. Oh. You brought your phone.
yeah.
I need a hand.
Okay.
Get ready. Could be a little smelly.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Oh my god. Jeez. Oh my god. What was that?
I don't know.
Whoa. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, Jesus. Wait, did this guy have a kid? What is this?
Yeah, this kid died too, like, I don't know, before, a long time ago.
Oh my god.
This whole scene, in my opinion, was a terrifying tale. The fact that the man was found inside after 7 days of passing and the apparition of the shadow figure, then the crow. I would just sell that trailer on the first deal offered. The next video features Clayton and his girlfriend Bailey, whom I had a problem with during the video. Notice that I said my problem with her was in the video, so I'm not saying that I know her on a personal level, not at all. I will get to that in a moment. They both decided to do one of the things that I believe is about to become a tradition in the US at some point, which is investigating the infamous Conjuring House. The house has all sorts of dark history, built back in 1736 and occupied in the 1970s, or at least it was a residential venue for the Perron family, who experienced so much poltergeist activity that I had never heard of them before, despite how many videos involving the Conjuring House were featured on this channel. The couple did the most typical thing, not in a very typical manner, if I may say so, investigating behind these ghosts by using a technical method that involves the spirit box, a person who in this case was Bailey, and noise-canceling headphones that she should wear, which would make her isolated from hearing anything except for any responses from the spirits through the spirit box. She would then have to say whatever she hears out loud so her buddy can give his own responses. Long story short, they began the investigation. The responses they received were short but effective, just like the responses from my wife's lawyer. These responses they heard were hinting at a specific book, which, after they tracked and found, turned out to be related to the mother of the girl they were making communication with the spirit for.
Do you want me to read one of these books to you, April? Over here?
Yes.
Which one? What's the name of the book?
Glorious.
Glorious. I'm gonna try and find that.
Turn.
You want me to turn this
Accident. Back.
back? If it's over here, I will.
Book.
Can you tell me where the Glorious book is?
Down.
Down?
Book.
Is it on this row here?
No.
Is it on this row?
Yeah.
Can you tell me the name of the book again? Holy, no way. No. Okay, April, I got the book you've been talking about, the exact book, A Glorious Accident. Do you want me to read this to you?
To me.
Okay. Did your parents used to read you this book?
Book. Read.
Your mom used to read you this?
Yes. Memories.
My problem with Bailey that I didn't mention was that I didn't even know she was there until she appeared, or at least her back appeared for one short moment during the video. I didn't even know she was the one saying the responses. When a ghost is trying to convey a message to an intruder, otherwise known as an investigator, they would give signals before they begin taking it to the next step. Some ghosts would begin with the next step without signs, and other ghosts would take the polite approach. The next step usually depends on what kind of ghost you're dealing with. But in the next video, the investigators were dealing with a polite type of ghost, or should I say, a polite spirit form, from what it seems. But the team never understood the message and ended up scurrying away in a bad mood. But obviously, they didn't get to that point out of nothing. As they headed to an old abandoned house, they did what I just described about the ghosts. They sent the viewers a message that evil can remain dormant through time, only to awaken when someone unsuspecting stumbles upon it. A message like that means either you're completely aware of its meaning and would never do something as stupid, or you just read it off the internet and you're reading it back to the people. I will go with the second option though, because based on their investigation, they are type B. The house itself is believed to harbor a lingering, possibly malevolent presence. Before Zen and his team entered the house though, they ventured to the old garage of the house where they found what left them speechless and baffled. They found 2 legs of what seemed like a bird nailed to the wall strangely, but the real action begins when they got inside the house where they began hearing heavy footsteps here and there. Throughout the investigation, they got some signals from the K2 meter spiking up randomly, but the clear message from the ghost was coming from the spirit box, where it said and insisted that it passed away and that one of the rooms was his, indicating that the ghost haunting the place might be the previous owner. The knocks became heavier as the investigation lasted longer, but then the bangs on the wall became so heavy they had to flee the place. Before they did, though, they had to make sure they didn't miss some ghostly apparition, which the ghost seemed to have disliked as he flipped the table upside down right in front of them, scaring them out.
Me mostra que tem nome ali. Litros antigo aqui. Aqui era uma garagem, né? Isso. Tudo indica, né?
Olha, tem mesmo uma garagem.
Estranho, né?
Sim, é osso aí, ó.
Mas não é legalzinho isso. Nossa, tem ali algum bicho, né? Uma ave, né?
É, não é galinha porque ela também das unhas, né? Nossa.
Chegar perto dele, tá? Olha. Estranho, tá aqui, né?
E tá pregado lá, tá vendo que ele pregou? Tem um prego, tá vendo? Será que é verdade mesmo?
O quê?
Isso aí que ninguém assistiu.
Ninguém assistiu, né?
E provavelmente, não sei, devia ser do mesmo dono.
Ah, com certeza.
Não é.
Não. Ele deu uma risadinha.
Não é, viu?
Hã?
Ele falou não é e deu uma risadinha. De quem que pertence aqui, então? Nossa, mano. Depois do barulho, mano.
Quem?
Tô no barulho dentro.
Foi aqui, ó, nesse quarto. Parece que mexeu a... Parece que mexeu uma dessas madeiras.
Pode ser o quarto deles.
Será?
No tamanho, geralmente o quarto maior são dos...
Aqui era o...
Nossa, mano.
O quê?
Passou um negócio branco lá na janela.
Aqui era o quarto de vocês? Ó. Escutou?
Acho que foi um pisão.
Aqui, ó. No quarto de novo?
Quer fazer futebol no quarto?
Eu acho melhor. Tá vindo tudo aqui? Deixa.
Ó, tem prego aqui, ó. Cuidado aí. Ó, fica depois da cabeça.
Pode ir lá junto, né?
Ó, o cabelo aqui, ó. Meu Deus, que cheiro, olha. Olha o cheiro. Meu Deus do céu. Ó, o cabelo aí no vermelho.
Ô, louco. Ó.
Estourou em cima.
Estourou em cima aqui.
Ó o fedor que tem em cima.
Nossa, ó.
Cheiro aqui, sim.
Cheiro estranho, né? Caraca, né, José?
Mas o que te segura aqui?
Ok, Matheus.
Em quantas pessoas estão?
Hã?
Meu Deus do céu.
Nossa!
Em cima.
Vai.
Tá dando aqui.
Aqui! Aqui estou!
Falou?
Aqui estou, mano. Onde?
Meu Deus do céu, Sandro! Que foi isso, mano?
Cara. Ô! Você viu que foi um barulho na porta do armário?
Meu Deus! Nossa, mano! Vamos embora dessa casa, velho! Meu Deus do céu!
Mano do céu! Vamos pesar.
Ô, Sandro, não vou entrar mais aí, mano.
Nossa, tá escutando barulho?
Nossa, mano! Barulho, cara. Meu Deus do céu, cara! Vou vazar daí, mano! Vou vazar daí!
Meu Deus do céu, cara! Ó!
Viu o que passou lá?
Soltou barulho lá dentro?
Meu Deus, cara. Tá lá dentro de novo ou não? Meu Deus do céu, cara! Que bonito, velho!
Cara, você viu isso? A mesa levantou no ar, mano.
Olha lá, ó. Chegou a quebrar, velho.
Você viu que a mesa levantou no ar?
Meu Deus, mano.
Você tá louco, velho?
In the first 2/3 of the video, the pace was really slow and not so intimidating, but the last act got the job done for me. The next video is going to feature Jake in the box. Sorry about this, but I just felt like I just wanted to say it, to spill the beans. Anyways, we have Jake with the girl who has a voice fit for cartoon characters' voiceovers. They both decided to investigate this creepy house that has a tale of what is described as dark history. The house is linked to multiple passings, including a retired railroad worker in 1975 and the more recent passing of the hoarding resident. Workers have refused to stay after dark due to unexplained phenomena. The house, built in 1924, was previously occupied by the hoarder who passed away and remained undiscovered for 3 months. Now, Jake said that before he even entered the house, he heard some sounds like footsteps that sent some shivers down his spine, but he never stepped back nonetheless. He took that girl and went straight up to it, not having fear for a moment to investigate despite the rumors about the paranormal and the experience Jake had before he entered, as when they investigated, they heard footsteps several times. At times, these sounds were clearer and louder, especially in areas where they left some static cameras. Jake himself said that he saw what looks like a head of a shadow figure peeking at him. Their EMF meters spiked in areas without power. The battery of one of the cameras was drained, and the SD card was somehow malfunctioning. The supernatural events were intense for them, but they haven't stepped back a single bit. My only question here is, how are they able to tell what the disembodied voice was saying?
I came here about 45 minutes ago to get all the outside B-roll shots that you're seeing in the intro of this video and such. And I was right here in front of this garage door. And from upstairs, I don't know if it was the first floor or the second floor, I heard what sounded like running footsteps, just like boom, 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 running through the house. Guys, as we go inside, I'm going to be rolling on the tri-field meter, and I'm going to see, this will pick up on any electromagnetic frequencies or spikes that occur in this house. And just so you know, there is no power, no heat, no nothing in this house. So if we get a spike here, it is unexplained, and it could be a sign of a spirit manifesting. So here's an open wire. It's not picking anything up. There's no power. I'll try these switches, guys. Look, there's nothing. No spike. There's just a spike, Lex. Oh my God, look, 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 look. No. It was right when I heard that. I heard like a man's voice, and this started spiking. It wasn't the lights, right? That's a car, right? But did you hear that? You did. 4 footsteps above us. Yes. The vibe just changed really bad. Did you feel the vibe shift? Yes. Ma'am, can you stomp if you're upstairs? I hear you. What's, I've never seen this do this.
What the? I swear on my life, I did not touch it. I purposely rounded it.
So it works as a REM pod as well, but the REM pod's going crazy. Okay, let's keep listening.
Damn.
What the? I hear, "This is my house. Get out." Is that what you heard?
Yes.
Oh my god.
As soon as you said, "This is mine," I'm like, he's gonna say the exact same sentence as me.
This place is.
My camera just shut off, Alexa.
Wait.
Come on, come on. My camera just shut off. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It just turned off my camera, dude. Oh, I got chills, bro. Look! Writing to memory card was not completed correctly. Lex, it just malfunctioned my SD card. I'm upstairs. Where are you? Give us a sign if you're someone I have not even said yet. Did you come through a portal?
What was that?
Clear footsteps. Did you hear the knife beep?
Are you a demon?
Loud knock.
Frightened. She knows I'm scared, dude. Holy. Holy.
I don't find this video as interesting as some of the other investigations, but in comparison, at least it's more genuine and easier to believe to be real since nothing over the top has occurred and they both had some natural reactions towards the events. But I'm no psychologist. A man who loves cats can never be dangerous, but a cat can always be. This was a quote I just made up, but it really reflects the reality of the situation. What situation might you be wondering about? Well, the one Willow Hunter is dealing with in the next video. You see, I'm a cat person, and I have had a cat in my house for 7 years, so I know my stuff when I say that cats' behavior is a study case. When you find them doing something out of the blue, you have to be careful. Willow is a man who has ADHD. I'm not bringing that up to mock him, absolutely not. It's just that he works at a job that satisfies him from that perspective. He moved into his new apartment with his cat Kari, which plays an important part in the sequence of events. Willow has been facing it ever since stepping a foot inside the new place. So you might be asking, how come Kari, an innocent cat, is part of the problem? First of all, don't talk to me like we are buddies. Second of all, the cat isn't part of the problem. I just said it played a part. It all started when Willow was overlooking his house from a hill and noticed a dark figure standing by the window. Obviously, he was stunned, but he was even more stunned when he couldn't find a trace of an intruder. And if you say he found no trace of an intruder because it was his housemate, I told you that he lives alone. He began to fear that the house might be haunted, but his hopes fell short. Not that he hoped that his house would be haunted. His hope is that it isn't. he began seeing that his cat isn't behaving like it used to. Kari was just too scared, to the point where not only was she fixating on empty halls and walls, but also she was not willing to go downstairs due to how scared she was. In the videos recorded, the cat was just not responding accordingly with Willow, just not wanting to step downstairs, and when she does, she rushes back up. In one of his videos, he finally was able to capture a paranormal activity where he demanded the ghosts for a response by doing something with the basement door, and they just delivered. Perhaps the part that he missed, and I hope I'm not hallucinating, was that there were whisperings in the background he didn't hear.
Did a video just before, well, I tried recording a video before, and it didn't catch it on camera, but this door just opened on its own. If there's anything or anyone in this room with me, open that door. What the actual foot? Right, look at that. There is definitely no one down there. Look. No one hiding behind the corner. What? See, it did it just before, and I was like, what's going on? And I just thought I'll get my camera out and see if it happens again. Right, I'm freaking out a little bit here, because I'm not one to believe in ghosts and all that kind of stuff, but ever since my cat moved in, weird. So that's her in the corridor now. When I first moved in, she was sat on the sofa right here, and she just kept looking really fast into the corridor, and then like just turning back and just acting normal, and then just shooting up, like jumping down onto the floor to have a look in the corridor to see what's going on. Nothing going on. And then I went to bed on the same night. She started doing it when I was in the bed with her. And then when she did it, I heard this bang right after she'd looked, and that creeped me out a bit. But now she's just refusing to go downstairs, and this freaks me out because I literally just had a nightmare where I was in my flat, but it had more than one story, and the further down I went, Pennywise from a fucking It was like inside the objects. So like, I don't know, like a random box or like the keyboard, like Pennywise was like inside of it, and he'd morph, the objects would morph into Pennywise. So I needed to keep going upstairs to avoid it. And now my cat is refusing to come downstairs right after I've woken up from that dream. It's like, I'm not saying Pennywise is hiding inside my keyboard, but she's creeping me out a bit. Like, she's hungry, she's meowing for food. She's meowing for food and she won't come down and eat a tuna that I've just put out for her. She loves tuna. It's like, come on. Come on. Kari, come and get some tuna. She just won't. She wasn't like this yesterday. Like, come on, Kari, come and get some food. I know you're hungry. She's not interested in coming downstairs. Like, is there something down here that I can't see? So that's what it felt like when I first brought her to this flat or house. When I first brought her here, like when I was by myself, everything was fine, and then she was just like funny about the corridor that she's in now, just like she is now with downstairs. Like she don't want to come downstairs. There's nothing here. Maybe I need to get a Ouija board out or something. Right, I just filmed my last video and she just came downstairs making a weird noise. Like, you okay? I'm a bit worried about her at this point. She's booked in for the vets tomorrow, so hopefully she's alright, but my last cat, you alright? Oh. Oh, I'm really worried about her. Come here. Yeah, my last cat, who died, he made this really loud, weird meow, and then he just went limp and died. Just out of nowhere. He was fit and healthy. That was Corey's son, Moses, he was called. He was a lovely cat. He's in one of my older videos, playing with the Jar Jar Binks teddy. Yeah, that happened. So Hopefully she'll be alright. That was really weird. Well, I didn't catch it on camera, she just came downstairs. Well, I didn't even know she was here. I was just peeling the reduced stickers off of these Mr. Kiplings so I could give them to a friend. And he'd think that I'd paid for them full price. And basically, yeah, I was just doing that and she just like did this really weird meow. And it wasn't as scary as when Moses did that, because when he did that meow I knew something was wrong. I went running to him and he was just, well, he died in like 5 minutes. It was horrible. But yeah, I hope nothing like that happens to her. You alright, Corey? You want to come back down? Well, she came downstairs, so that's progress. But it was weird, it's like she was trying to tell me something.
These videos were actually so effective that they got me thinking yesterday. Thinking if what I heard was real. While I was having an isolation moment, I heard someone responding to something I said while I was talking to myself. Let's talk about a single mother, and I'm not saying that as if I'm implying that this would be the topic we will discuss. Instead, we have Brandy Nettleton, who is indeed a single mother. For unknown reasons, she lives with her son and daughter. Her son stays upstairs in his room, while her daughter sleeps downstairs. And just so I don't piss off anyone, she also owns a dog whose name is Pixie, who plays an important role in this story, because whenever there is a paranormal activity, know that there will be a dog or a cat acting funky just to make things worse, as if the situation wasn't scary enough in its nature. Brandy Nettleton has described the activity as she began waking up late at night to some noises coming from upstairs, specifically from her son's bedroom. Now, before anyone goes wild with their imagination, it has nothing to do with his natural behavior at his age. His hormones have nothing to do with it, because he is not there to begin with. These noises were heard at a time when her son wasn't even at home. It sounds like footsteps, and at other times, it sounds like someone messing with the door, despite it being left shut. She had encountered the door open before, even though she had made sure it was closed earlier. So what's going on here? It doesn't need much more explanation, darling. It's haunted. She mentioned something about her sister. She said her sister once used the Ouija board in the house, but that was at a time when her sister was living in the house, which I also think was at a time when they didn't live in it. Pixie began acting strangely, staring at walls and trying to reach the ceiling, as if it was trying to catch some invisible entity, while Brandy once heard noises from that same ceiling. In the end, she was able to capture the activity on camera, where the door was seen opening on its own.
Oh my god, as soon as I stopped it, I heard it. Nobody's up here. Oh my god. Look at his door is closed. Oh my god. Nope, nope, nope. His door is moving. Okay, we're gonna go up there and I'm gonna show you guys nobody is in his room. He is not here. Turn your flashlight on. Oh my god. Hurry up and come up here so you can point it to show nobody's in the room. Look. Look. Nobody's in here. Nobody. Oh. No. He's staring. Look at my dog. What are you barking at, Bubba? What is it? What's driving you crazy, Bubba? Okay, I gotta show you guys this too. So that video of I'm telling you my house is haunted. Look, up here, there's the attic. I hear noises up there in my room, and so does my dog. Look, there's my dog. Okay, hold on. He's been doing this crazy thing lately. Look. Like, he hears something up there. Come on, you guys. Like, there's nothing in my attic. I've shown you guys this in videos in the past, but he's going crazy. Like, look, he even broke my TV recently because he fell onto it. But it's like he's hearing stuff in the attic, and he's like whining at it and barking, and he's jumping up at my light to get to whatever's in the freaking attic. He broke this piece off. So this piece was part of that. And because he's been hearing whatever he's been hearing the past like week or two in the attic, he's going crazy and jumping up at it. He ended up pulling this down, but that's what he keeps doing. I'm so glad I caught it on camera. I'm so glad. Like, this, like, I just got home. I've been at my daughter's the past couple days because of it. But like, look at him. He's going crazy over whatever he is hearing up there. Okay, I'm going to take you up there and show you. There's nothing and nobody in there. So why is my dog freaking out? All of this stuff happening is freaking me out. Hold on. All right, so let me show you guys. So this is the stairs, right? It leads downstairs. Okay, that is our spare room. That's our attic. This is my son's room that was happening in when he wasn't in there. But now that he's home, it's happening in the attic. I'm not going to stop it, but I'm going to show you guys. Watch. That's how we keep the attic closed. Scared. All right. I have the chills. I don't know if you can see, but I have the chills so bad. I hate coming up here. This is my attic. Okay. Over there. That is my bedroom. That long heater thing, that's the heater that divides my bedroom and the dining room. That's where my dog is hearing something. And when he hears it, he's jumping up and going crazy. And it sounds like footprints, just like what was in my son's room the other day. It sounds like there's someone up here like walking around. Because you can hear like, see, on the board. And then my dog will hear it, and my dog will go crazy. As you can see, it just happened, and my dog was just going crazy. I need to cleanse this house up because I cannot be here much longer with this. Neither can my kids. Like, we're getting so scared of being here.
I honestly don't know why she lived in the same house as her sister, whether her sister left the house for her or if they rented the same property. Having a calm reaction to a situation of any sort is always a key to successfully dealing with it. That's why I sold out on my book that I wrote in one of my dreams. You really thought that I was going to say anything else? Regardless, Jesse Fisher. He isn't a fisherman, but he was clearly accused of being fishy, using these strings to pull off some tricks. If you don't understand what I'm referring to, I'm talking about studying the paranormal. Obviously, that's not my take on the guy. This was the take of many who saw his videos and thought to themselves, what would be better for us to do today than try to sound smart and explain to someone who is dealing with a problem that he doesn't actually have the problem. He is just staging it for clout? Because people nowadays just think nothing can be real. Jesse is a calm religious dude who was duding around. He has a wife and young daughter. But he began experiencing what he claimed, and I saw paranormal activity. How did it all start, though? And who told you I was aware of every little detail? I have no idea. I just know that he began posting about it at some point and got attention for that. In one instance, he was asleep on his couch. Maybe his wife had an argument with him that day and locked him outside the bedroom when he was awakened not once but twice to the movement of a toy car his daughter plays with. Get this one. He was once enjoying the show when he noticed that the ghost was having so much fun watching the show with him that he started shaking the painting on the wall. The ghost even communicated with Jesse through that painting. It was truly a work of art. Jesse even had to take some of the suggestions seriously and try to bless one of the toys that moves on its own with holy water salt. Add some spices to that, and he would have cooked for real.
And Ghost Malone was over there shaking the door a second ago. Ghost Malone, if you are still around, Do something.
It was a sign.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Look at her.
Alright, so ironically, I'm watching Ghostbusters, right? Ghost Malone. Ghosty. Yo. Are you kidding? Alright, so I've been asking Ghost Malone some questions. Okay, so 1 time if you're there, 2 times, or I guess no times if you're not. Definitely there, okay. Are you friendly? Okay, okay. Do you like Ghostbusters? No? Okay, do you like movies? Okay, okay. Alright, just not Ghostbusters, I guess it's insulting. Are you here to cause harm? Okay. Okay. Man, I wish I knew Morse code. We'd try that. Are you an older spirit? Okay, but not a bad spirit. Okay. Is there more than one of you? Oh, okay.
Goodbye.
Oh. Are you friendly? I don't think it's like irritated. I fell asleep out here, and I promise you she didn't place it there. Last night, I blessed this cup before I went to bed. So, we're gonna do this together. I'm gonna have Elizabeth hold the phone. Okay, so, in Jesus' name, power of Christ compels you, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. I don't think it's evil, man. You know, because it'd be like, oh, weed. Somebody said salt. Hold on.
I don't know if you're supposed to draw a circle around it.
Well, it's a half circle, but I don't think you're supposed to do anything else. I don't know. Y'all got suggestions, let me know. It's 3:30 in the morning. I swear on my life. For freaking toy cars. Oh, you have got to be f***ing me. No. No, sir, no, ma'am. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know whether to wake Elizabeth or... Somebody call Justin Nunley. Or an exorcist, I mean, I'm not scared, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't shaking. So, I'm just gonna leave it there till the morning for Elizabeth to come play with it. And it's not electronical, y'all. There ain't no damn motor in that thing. I feel so weird and out of place right now. I don't know if it's still there. To be truthful, I'm thinking about just leaving Elizabeth in Revelation and going somewhere for the night. I don't know what to do. Let's check on it. You still there? Pirates of the Caribbean's getting good. I'm not scared. I'm just kind of freaked out because, like, it's friendly. Has it thrown it?
You know that temperature can drop and increase in spots where ghosts are present, which means if the spot felt hot around that car with the water and salt he poured on it, he was one step away from cooking a meal. This joke just isn't landing. If you are reading the title on screen and thinking to yourself, why does this guy keep thinking that we actually care about what he writes on the screen? Even though that is not what I had in mind for your inner thoughts, I will pretend like I heard nothing, as if you had said anything in the first place. So you're saying this is where it all started? Are you referring to the miserable day when your mom gave birth to this guy who will grow up to become one of the most disgusting humans on Earth? Well, that's not how I visualize myself, but whatever. No, I wasn't talking about myself. We are talking about Mario. Are you serious? We thought this was a list of the scariest videos caught in 2023, not the history of Mario. Yes, but who told you I was talking about the plumber? I'm not talking about any games here. Mario Lara is a dude who works at a toy shop. He has been featured in this channel multiple times, but it has been long since we have last seen anything from him, and that's obviously due to the fact that he hasn't been putting out any fresh content. But I finally caught him off guard. Did you really? Yes, but how did you get access to his browsing history? I meant I caught him off guard uploading some fresh content. Maybe I didn't use the right words to explain my point. Anyhow, the next video dates all the way back to March of 2007. How refreshing. I thought when you said fresh, you meant something new, not some old video you haven't shown before. This documentary was uploaded by him recently, so learn to be patient before judging. Now you're doomed to listen to the rest. Basically, it's a documentary about Mario and his two friends staying the night in the very toy shop he works at. At first, it was all laughs and cracking jokes until they heard some sounds. Then the light started turning on and off by itself. When they got to the room where the incident took place, the phenomenon stopped. But the light switch won't function as it should. That light bulb later shattered somehow, and it ended with strange noises, followed by a sheet of fabric falling.
¿Y tú? ¿Ya listo? Listo. Mira mi Mario. Es una cámara viejita. Creo que todos estamos ansiosos y nerviosos. ¿Estás ansioso y nervioso? Sí, la verdad sí, güey. Pásense. ¿Cómo sienten, güey? Nervioso, ansioso y preocupado por lo que acaba de pasar con el padre. Octubre es un mes de mucha manifestación, entonces tampoco queremos que nos vaya a sobrepasar. Sí, exacto. ¿Sí? Venimos preparados con agua bendita, protegidos. Esta vez yo ya vengo protegido. Instalada es esta. Esta otra cámara. Está Joshua. Ahorita vamos a instalar una casita porque vamos a acampar en esta parte. ¿De qué? Para que sepan. Ah, sí. Esta cámara
vamos a ver si funciona el super cepillo de dientes poderoso. Ahí está. Queda comprobado.
Pero...
Cabrón, pero tú no tienes cara bonita.
Vale madre, güey. Vale madre, güey.
No, casi no se ve sin la lámpara.
Oye, güey. Una lámpara. Oye, che, canto. Mario.
¿Qué?
Está apagada la luz, güey. Así es cierto, güey.
¿Ves lo que les digo, güey? Que falla con la... O falla la luz en general de toda la tienda, pero no porque está prendida esta.
Sí, es que no podría ser. Si se hubiera dado la luz, ¿no se habrá fundido?
Es que sí falla, güey. A ver, vamos a... ¿Qué pasó?
¿Oíste? ¿Quieres escuchar algo de aquí? Como si chistara.
¿Quién anda aquí?
Ahorita dice Mario que ahorita. Pues se siente medio raro. Pues hay que ir. Ahí cantamos. Dale. Más. Se escucha. ¿Hay alguien ahí?
Tú primero.
No mames, güey, no. Dámela, güey.
Súmala, sí. Ahí está el interruptor.
¿Dónde? ¿Este? ¿Este?
Sí, el de arriba.
Se me hace que esa madre se fundió, güey. Se le está cayendo la pata, güey, pero mira. Nos acomodamos. Sí, sin pedo.
¡Ay! ¡No! Es que tranquilos. A ver, ¿cómo se prende la luz? A ver, prende la luz. Tranquilos, Ey. Güey, te dije que no la agarraras, güey. No la debiste de haber agarrado. ¿Te quemó?
Sí, me quemó. Bien. ¿Cómo estás, Cantú? ¿Cómo estás? A ver, hay que revisar, Cantú. No, pues, ey, pero vean esto, ven.
Ey. Están escuchando cosas. Cantú. Yocho. No, me está escuchando cosas. No mames. Se cayó. Sí, el mono estaba brincando. Sí, estaba brincando. Sí. Cantú. Estaba brincando, güey. El mono. Estaba brincando, güey.
Cuidado.
Estaba brincando.
Cuidado con la botella.
Estaba brincando el mono ese.
¿Cuál mono, güey?
El que está en el suelo, en el sillón.
Ok, ya. ¿Qué estaba pasando? ¿Qué hizo o qué? Estaba brincando.
Quítate, pinche botella.
Pues ya vámonos para allá, güey. Vámonos para allá.
Vámonos para acá, espérame.
They mentioned some figure they encountered before. Goes by the name Padre October. Sure, it sounds like a cool name, but honestly, I don't really get what's so cool about it. Have you ever wondered what your weird neighbor is doing late after midnight? Well, if he is single, that's when you should be wondering, and if he isn't addicted, then that makes you raise the question even more. But if all of that is combined with the fact that he isn't usually asleep at that time and he doesn't party or drink, then here is where this raising question reaches the moon. In my case, I don't have that concern, knowing that I'm that weird neighbor so someone else can just be worried about what I would be doing. Though no matter what, I didn't reach the level where I would be running around like a demon outside someone's property, lingering around the place like a creep and putting out so much creepy energy that even the dog stays silent. This next footage is as creepy as it gets. The video is taken from a security camera where a couple who lives in the woods has apparently caught a weird-looking figure walking around their property, sometimes crawling, sometimes running. At times getting too close to the window, at times sniping from a distance. It was so unsettling that not only didn't the dog have a solid reaction, but the rooster was also crowing, especially at this time of day, because these animals usually don't give a barnacle unless they see a demon of some sort. I don't understand. How can someone live in the woods after experiencing such a creepy activity like, yeah, this does have the shape of a human, but realistically, it is not behaving like one, at least not like a normal one. Plus, look at his body. It's like he is wearing a suit, because if not, and that's his natural appearance, then this isn't an actual human. It's a jinn, or in other words, a shapeshifter. Something like a person who would watch this whole video and still not subscribe or watch the next video on screen.